Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is currently Saturday, and I'm going to do some more Spirit of Justice. It's been a couple of weeks here, and I'm sorry about that. Several circumstances have made it so that I couldn't do the stream for the whole thing. But hey, yeah, we're back. Man, it's been a while since we played this. So a refresher for the last time. We're currently delving into a case of an old man who has pretty much supposedly choked to death on his noodles, but it seems like there's something a little bit worse going on here. So, I don't know. Beep boop mems. Oh, by the way, I really hope that I can read the chat properly tonight, because I've swapped over to dark mode and all the chats are dark. I'm not used to seeing it dark. But yeah, light theme is completely hell on toast, so I'd rather have dark theme as opposed to light theme. You forgot you haven't even finished the fourth case. Yes! Darkness. Okay, Smokey. Let's go ahead and head into the game, shall we? Here. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. Turn on the game audio. Derp. All right. May 13th. District Court. Courtroom number 4. And we're back.
Well, there you go. Get it off my head. Now that the sweet buns have arrived, this court is back in session.
Go on, window. Eat up. Yes, we're gonna see if he passes out and turns into a nightmare.
Chop, chop, chop. Nice flavor. You can really taste the sake. Gulp. That was delicious.
You weren't supposed to eat it, Your Honor.
Yes, a unique sweetness and the faint aroma of sake. Yet I hardly think that anyone could pass out from eating something like this.
Are we getting drunk in court? Yep, we're getting crunk dizzy.
What's the matter, Window? You're not afraid of a tiny manju, are you? Or are you scared of how many calories it has?
Don't be ridiculous. A sweet little snack like this couldn't possibly... I mean, it could never...
Less bleeding, more eating, witness.
Fine, whatever. Right, and if you missed it, this guy has multiple personalities. We're trying to get, a crazy fourth one out of him. Chomp, chomp, gulp. See, I told you, they don't affect me in the slightest. We might be a lightweight, but come on, nobody's that late. Seriously, nobody gets drunk off one little bun. Right. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Who, It looks like it worked.
Oh my! Witness, please tell the court your name and occupation.
What? Huh? Oh, my name is Owen. I'm 5. What? You're 5 years old? Am I in trouble? Well, please don't yell at me.
So he's Wendo's 4th personality? A 5-year-old?
I'd hardly think that a child like him could have a motive to murder the victim.
Eat manju, turn babby.
And even if he had a motive, could he have actually committed the murder?
That's a very good point. Owen does appear to be very timid and weak.
Shite.
Seems the defense was hoping this hidden personality would be the real killer. But now that he's standing here before us, it is clear that none of Wendo's personalities can be the killer.
That's kind of presumptuous. Maybe this is a maybe this is a sociopath 5-year-old. I Psychopath bastard. Eek! Where can I even go from here? She's so... Owen, do you know something about what happened to your master? Ah! Come on, buddy. Won't you tell Auntie Athena what happened? What a scary... How am I scary? I'm not scary. Look at Auntie's big smile. Tell me about your master, please. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Oh, well, okay. Shiso was super nice. He always played with me. Just like a real grandpa. I love Shiso.
Athena, do you sense anything behind his words?
I sense his sadness. Sadness so pure it's heart-rending, but no discord. Prosecutor Sadmati, right. Owen isn't the killer. Ah. Okay, so we don't have some Children of the Corn level thing happening here. Fine. Shadow says this case is actually really dark once you know what did really entail. Oh, dear. Owen seems like a sweetheart now. Nah, Hat Kid is somewhere else. Hat Kid is at a magic show. Hat Kid does not use magic, despite what anything within a certain mod I just played says. By the way, hello, Mario.
But then, don't you find it odd?
Dissociative identity disorder. Funny stuff has started the hashtag where is Hat Kid. Find what odd?
Let's review what we've learned so far. Wendo rearranged the Karuta cards to pin the blame on Bucky.
Well, that's because the original message implicated Owen. But Owen is only 5 years old and absolutely adores Master Tonito.
Exactly. The other three personalities also have no motive for murder. If Owen isn't the true culprit, then the person who first laid out the cards
probably wouldn't have been Master Tonito. So then who did it?
Defense? Did the appearance of Owen help you figure anything out?
Yes, Your Honor. I now know who it was that first laid out the Karuta cards.
But I thought it was the victim, right?
No, Your Honor. I don't believe it was. The one who first arranged the Karuta cards on the table was none other than the true killer. Wet Noodle number 3. Windows 5th personality. I don't know if that's really gonna work. Huh. Wet Noodle number 3. Hold on a second. Wet Noodle number 3. Does that have any kind of bearing? I don't know if it does. Funny Stuff says, can I just say I love the idea of having a character with multiple personalities in court. It's confusing the hell out of me. Anywho's. So, I'm gonna save real quick. Where are we going with this? What if Taco was a human? Then that would be slavery. The term is outdated. It's dissociative identity disorder. Yes. I really doubt if there's a fifth personality in here somewhere, I'm going to eat a hat, for God's sakes. Elegant and badass, or would the guy be a little gremlin? I feel like it would be I feel like he'd kind of be a butler. I don't know. I'm gonna just guess it's the true killer. I think we're trying to hint at there's a true killer sitting somewhere among us still. I believe the person who laid the cards out is the very person who killed Taifu Tonito.
How quickly you move on to a new target when your own theory proves false. You Paulkuchen.
I don't know what Paulkuchen is, but I know I am definitely not one. And before you start with the sermons, why don't you hear me out?
Yes, let's hear the defense's reasoning. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. But if you are bluffing, I won't go easy on you.
I understand, Your Honor. Now then, please recall the original crime scene. Who did the Karuta cards name when the scene was discovered?
Let's see. I believe they implicated the defendant Bucky Wet.
That's right, but we then found out that the message originally read Owen 4th.
Which implicated the young boy Owen.
Which, that's convoluted as all hell. Exactly, and the person who rearranged the cards was undoubtedly Uendo.
Uendo may have kept silent, but we can be sure he already knew his master was dead. His tampering with the crime scene using the TV all but proves it.
Yeah, I confess. I tampered with the crime scene. Can you draw a human Taka with a bird Blackwell on his shoulder? Oh god, my confusion is maximum.
The reason Uendo rearranged the Karuta cards and moved the TV was because he saw the Owen 4th message and was convinced Owen had committed the crime.
Right on, Prosecutor Blackwell. It would seem that Owen and the other 3 personalities don't share the same memories. But really, there is no 4th personality. It's just the 3 of us in here. Oh, so even he doesn't know. Uendo feared that Owen had killed Master Tonito, so he tried to hide Owen from us. Well, I guess he knew. It's just a case of, he doesn't really know much anything about him. So he's just like, oh god, do I have a killer hidden inside me somewhere? No! What if Taka was the Phantom all along? Oh dear.
But it turns out Owen is but a 5-year-old child incapable of hurting a fly, let alone his beloved master.
So naturally, the culprit must be somebody else. And this somebody else, the true killer, tried to pin the crime on Owen. How's the crowd think of this one?
Okay, an unmanned, unnamed, and possibly, unexistent entity is the real killer. Yes, right. I see, that does make sense.
Sure.
This is not but conjecture composed of half-truths and fantasy. Who then do you maintain murdered the victim?
I believe Owen might know something about that.
I refuse to allow such impromptu testimony, and from a 5-year-old no less. Such a young child is incapable of producing anything coherent.
That's kind of demeaning of 5-year-olds, but okay. But...
Your desperation is disgraceful. You should realize what...
Oh, hold on. I saw it. I saw Shiso getting... Owen! You do know something, don't you? Yeah.
Oh my, is this true? If so, we must have Owen testify immediately.
Yay.
Don't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmari? Yeah. This is Balderdash. It's all right, Owen. Go ahead and tell us what you know. Just tell the whole story to Santa Claus.
Shiso was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shiso's face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. I passed out. Jesus. This is eyewitness testimony from the moment of the murder. Owen, can you tell us anything else about what you saw? I was so scared. Maybe we're gonna have to fight through this one. So scared. Owen! His emotions are spiraling out of control. Something must have really frightened him.
Is he all right?
His emotions are running wild because he's trying to recall something frightening to him. I recommend a therapy session right away.
I see. Yes, please, do whatever you can to help the poor boy.
Will do, Your Honor. I better find the cause of these out-of-control emotions. Pronto! Oh dear. Yeah, he's very sad. Very scared. Shiso was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shiso's face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. So, what seems to be the main sticking point? Well, the thing that would definitely scare the ever-loving shit out of a child would probably be the blood on the face. Probably shouldn't be probing too close to this, but let's go ahead and look at the blood. Yeah, blood was dripping down onto Shisu's face. Blood? I don't remember seeing any blood in the crime scene photos. Besides, if the victim was standing upright, how could blood drip down onto his face?
As I expected, as we managed to obtain from the child is a tale he dreamt up.
No, it's clearly the fact that it's an old man. I guess it's a little weird for blood to drip onto the victim's face if he was standing up.
Unless it dripped down from the ceiling or something. What do you...
Wait, oh, sorry, wrong voice. Unless it dripped down the ceiling or something. What do you think, Simon?
Meh. I don't know. Owen's one confused and upset kid right now, so who knows how accurate his memory is. Maybe it's time for that thing instead.
Huh? What thing? Athena doing an impression of Blackwell to Blackwell's face.
That thing that you and your cohorts do? Well, what do you call it? Rotate your thinking about?
Sort of. You mean turn your thinking around?
Yes, whatever. It's the same thing either way.
No, it isn't. Who's ever heard of rotating your thinking? I mean, rotate is... Hey, wait a minute.
What?
You know what, Simon? In this case, I think rotate just might work perfectly after all.
Come again?
All I have to do is rotate things by 90 degrees. When he saw his master, Owen must have been lying on the floor, doing a handstand, pressed flat against a wall. Huh. He must have been lying on the floor. Owen must have been lying on the floor when he witnessed his master's murder.
What?
That's the conclusion I arrived at when I rotated my thinking by 90 degrees. Which means that all of the visuals in my matrix were off by 90 degrees.
And?
This means Master Tonito was also lying on the floor, which solves another mystery.
And which mystery is that?
The mystery of how blood could have been dripping onto the victim's face. It becomes much easier to imagine how that could happen if he was lying down. Like somebody bleeding onto Master Tonito from somewhere up above him. I remember now. Somebody was sitting up on top of Shiso. Oh my god. What? So trying to recall his master's bloody killer is what spooked Owen originally. The blood that stained the victim's face red came from the person sitting on top of him. The victim was holding a knife, so he likely nicked his attacker as he was fighting back.
This means his assailant was injured on their face somewhere, like the forehead, perhaps.
Assuming the victim and his attacker were face to face, then yes.
I see. So that is what happened. But if I recall correctly, the accused has a fresh bandage on his forehead, does he not?
Shit. Oh dear. Oh no. Whoops.
That injury of Mr. Wet's is conclusive evidence that he committed this murder.
Why? No! Shit! Shadow said, I just misread that as fresh bondage. Why, brain? Why?
It seems you have dug yourself into a pit you cannot crawl out of.
No! Even though I figured out the reason for Owen's out-of-control emotions, all I did was raise further suspicion against my own client. What do I do now?
What's the matter? You aren't thinking of throwing in the towel, are you?
But it looks so bad for Bucky. I mean, he had both motive and opportunity. Plus, he has that injury on his forehead.
Your Honor, I sense that the defense is finally ready to let it go and move on.
Well, Miss Sykes, I understand that you don't want to give up on your client, but I won't allow you to prolong this trial without a good reason.
Please come up with a good reason.
Well, that lawyer did her best, but all the signs point to the defendant's guilt. Maybe it's time she gave up. She tried everything she could.
I really don't want to back down, but... Oh, thank you, sir.
Athena, are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence?
I wouldn't say that, it's just...
Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning?
You mean you believe me, ma'am? Of course, no matter what, I'm believing in you to the very end. Oh, so jovial.
Were those just empty words?
Of course not. It's just that all the cards are stacked against us.
Are you still stuck on that line of thinking?
Oh, Jesus!
Motive, opportunity, and an injury to his forehead. Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client?
Please let me go.
Tell me again. Who are you to Bucky?
I'm his Ms. Chickadee lawyer?
Then do your duty and believe in him until the very end.
Those eyes pierce your soul. All extremely good reasons for throwing in the towel, to be fair. We know. I will. Simon's absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer, and he's depending on me.
Defense team, please, no fighting in my courtroom.
The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blackwell was just giving me a pep talk, that's all. A very violent pep talk. Thank you, prosecutor.
I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for the future of Wet Soba.
Yeah, I got it. The defense would like to now continue with Owen's therapy session.
Owen, would you be all right with that?
Okay. So somebody was sitting up on top of Shiso, bleeding from their head, and smushing something into Shiso's face. That's funny.
What is it?
I still hear discord in Owen's voice, but I don't see any inconsistencies between his statements and his emotions. And there don't seem to be any contradictions in his testimony itself either.
Oh, so that's it, huh?
Did you figure something out?
Your ability to sense emotions is making you focus too much on his feelings, Athena. But there's actually something he's been very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify what he's feeling uncertain about with some evidence, you should be able to move forward from there.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll give it a try. I'll just update the mood matrix with the new information, and then we'll be ready to go. So I just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about, huh? What's he being vague? The fact that he's scared? Okay, so he's 90 degrees, blood on his face, knife in his hand. He was on the floor, and somebody was smushing something into his face. What is this something? I couldn't move at all. I was so scared I passed out. Okay, then. I mean, this is kind of where some vague things are kind of happening at the moment. Somebody was smushing something into his face. What could potentially have been shoved into his face? I mean, the first thing I immediately... Somebody wants to... Funny stuff, why? Okay, Simon's eyewitness account, meh. I don't think that would have anything to do with it. Why not? Inside the envelope was a ticket to the show and a letter from the victim. Letter contained simple greeting, rundown show program. Perform balloon act. Soba glutton. This is just something about the routine. The wet soba deed. I don't think that would be shoved down his throat. Maybe it has something to do with the crime scene report. Because, like, what would be shoved into his face in this circumstance? I feel like there is a chance that maybe it was, like, the soup bowl. And if that's the case, then maybe I need to present this. Objection! Yes! There we go. Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertain of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Fortunately for us, I spy the murder weapon right here in this crime scene photo.
Unfortunately for you, I spy nothing of the sort. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during their investigation either. Pray tell, what is this murder weapon you see?
You don't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon. This is what the killer pressed into Master Tonaido's face. I mean, I'd like to think it's the noodles. But is there something else that could have potentially... I mean, I doubt it's the donuts. I guess I'll say it's the spaghetti, but... The mystery person that Owen saw pressed soba into the victim's face, thereby suffocating him. Shadow says, oh, did I tell you I bought like 3 quarts of pickles at the farmer's market today and your parents also bought a tree? That's random. 3 quarts of pickles? What are you gonna do with that many pickles?
I grow weary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they pressed into someone's face.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I disagree. There's a way the soba could have been used to suffocate the victim.
What? You will explain your theory at once, Miss Sykes.
To kill Master Tonaido, the culprit must have smothered him with uncooked soba noodles, balled up soba noodles, uncut soba noodles, soba dough. It doesn't look uncut to me, but there is a chance that maybe he balled it up somehow, and then dolled up the scene to try and make it look like it was cooked. Or actually, no, maybe it was cooked and it was just balled up. I don't know. If it were uncooked, then yeah, you're not gonna choke him with those, just because I'm pretty sure uncooked soba noodles, would they be dry? I don't know. I think I'm thinking too hard about regular pasta. Let's just try balled up soba noodles. The culprit must have balled up some cooked noodles and used that clump to kill the victim.
There is a type of spice called miyoga ginger, which is said to help with memory loss. Perhaps the defense should try some. It pairs very well with soba.
Huh? But why?
Because you appear to be suffering from severe memory loss, child, as I said earlier. The soba noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face.
Just like the defense's crumbling assertion.
Oh, damn it. I was kind of hoping you'd forget about the penalty, Your Honor.
Guess I'll give Miyoga Ginger a try.
Anyway, Your Honor, please let me try that again. Okay, so, Shadow says, I've never had miyoga, but it's basically like a little flower buds of young ginger or something. Don't know what it actually is, but it's pinkish color and it's pretty. I have no clue. Unsoaked soba noodles would be fresh, not dry. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go with uncooked. Sure. The culprit must have pressed uncooked soba noodles into the victim's face.
Soba noodles are even softer and more apt to fall apart before they are cooked than after. I verified this for myself by preparing and cutting my own buckwheat noodles yesterday.
How thoroughly studious of you, Prosecutor Sodmati. You would do well to follow his example, Miss Sykes.
Okay, Well, at the very least, we're all learning a very valuable lesson about noodles today. I should have known he'd find a way to study soba making last night, too. All right, Your Honor, I literally only have one choice. To kill him, uncut. It looks cut, though. I don't know. The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into noodles. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough.
What?
Shadow has posted a picture of Miyoga.
Order in the court. Yes, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it?
I will not dignify with a response. Are you all right, Prosecutor Sadmati?
I was just letting the soul of the victim know that the accused will finally face justice thanks to the foolish lawyer before me.
Huh? Yeah, exactly, huh? What are you talking about?
Allow me to summarize your statements. As the accused was killing the victim, he was slashed in the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough into noodles.
Why, you smarmy.
Are we going to be able to get a DNA test on that thing?
Afterwards, the accused put the victim's face into the bowl of soba noodles and broth to wash off the blood that had dripped into the victim's face from his own. And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind this foul affair.
Now, wait just a minute. I never once said that Mr. Wet was the culprit.
Who but the accused knows how to cut dough into noodles, defense?
Yeah. That's a very good point, Prosecutor Sadmati.
Well, whatever. Just because he knows how to work with noodles, somehow that, exonerates him. What if somebody's on the scene that knows how to deal with noodles?
I heard that cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training.
What if someone was trained to do the cutting of the noodles?
But then what about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant wouldn't have known about Owen's personality.
Perhaps the victim was simply playing with the cards, and they hold no other meaning. Perhaps he spelled out Owen's name in jest sometime before the murder.
That's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tonaido cared for the boy. It appears we've arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all these points point to a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt.
Owen, is there anything else you could tell us? It doesn't matter how small of a detail, anything will do. You're scaring me. I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice. And then Widget just, chimes in, being like,
Yes, she did. You're a foul-mouthed brat.
I have to be gentler with him. I can't forget he's only 5 years old. No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember. Well, when I woke up, the person who killed Shiso was standing over me, bleeding from their head. Owen, you saw the killer's face? Oops, I did it again. So, who was it, Owen? Do you remember? I don't know who it was. I'm picking up some noise. That means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony. Oh, hello.
I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice to say, we are analyzing the dreams of a child. You've wasted enough of our time, defense. Let it go and move on.
No! There's still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. Therefore, I can't give in here.
Owen, do you think you can continue your testimony for us?
Okay. I'll enter the new info and run an update then. Okay, so now that we know the choking happened on Do, Shiso had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. Okay, sadness, shock, makes sense. he was on the floor and somebody was smushing dough into his face. Oh God, I'm shocked and scared. Yes. I couldn't move at all. All right, same shock and scare. I was so scared I passed out. And when I woke up, the person who killed Chiso was standing over me and I was happy about it. Despite witnessing the culprit's terrible crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief.
The person the witness saw was no stranger. Rather, it was the accused. Therefore, it's only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. Defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more.
Owen, who did you see? That nice smell. I love the smell of that perfume. Oh. It's the smell of You can do it. Try to remember, Owen. Oh, the smell of Oh no. Owen! Damn it. I think we've lost Owen. We had one shot.
Seems Owen is now resting in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full today down there. Let's continue with the trial.
Despite Owen's testimony, it is the opinion of this humble servant of the Holy Mother that the child's words were insufficient to clear the accused of suspicion.
But what about the scented perfume Owen mentioned? I believe it's a clue that'll lead us to the true culprit.
But there are thousands of perfumes in the world.
It could even be the scent of the hair product the accused used.
He does have one amazing hairstyle, so that's certainly possible.
Funny Stuff says apparently Kohl's is having a clothes sale right now. See ya! No, I'm kidding. So your family and you are gonna run out to do some clothes shopping in like 15 minutes. Fun! Hey, have fun. The VOD will always be available.
The witness is a 5-year-old boy. He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products.
Why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky?
What's more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused and no other.
Oh man, how am I supposed to argue with that?
And so the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused, Bucky Witt.
Hold it.
What?
Huh? What the?
Oh, he's here. Hey. I never use hair products or anything with a smell. If I wore something like that, the smell would get into the soba. Boom! Check it! Woo! He's passing out soba. Oh, great. Why? Mr. Wet, aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary? Whatever. You didn't think I let my soba stink of perfume? Try that chilled soba for yourself and see.
I believe we have no choice but to try it. Strictly for examination purposes, of course. Now then, let's dig in, shall we? I guess this is going to be my lunch. Good lord, have you been keeping it in the freezer? God damn! That was delightful. Well, I'm satisfied there are no traces of hair products or perfume in Mr. Wet's soba. First, sweet bean buns, and now savory soba. What a delectable trial this has been. I'm getting all the bonuses as a judge. Yay!
The judge has eaten in the court 3 times now, right? I don't even freaking remember.
This texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we have in Kirain called banupun.
What do you think, Miss Chickadee? My soba's pretty good, isn't it? It's delicious. Don't you think so, Simon?
It still pales in comparison to his late father's cuisine.
Oh, please, shut your face. Slimy! Why you always gotta be so hard on me?
There. Well, bailiff, take the defendant back to the infirmary at once for some rest.
Rest? Hey, I ate a lump of plain old wheat udon dough, you know. I'm fresh like my soba. You know, let soba dough rest. It's about 3 freshes of soba. Grind the seeds fresh. Glide the dough fresh. And boil up the noodles. Oh, God, I love them. There are certain characters that they come on the scene, I'm like, yes, please. More of you. Angel Stars, Bento, the Manju, and now the soba. Oh, nice. That's right, Angel Stars food. Oh.
Good grief, what a defendant.
At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Wait, smelly perfume.
It looks like you remembered something.
The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody.
Oh, and who might that be?
There's only one person that comes to mind. The phrase smelly perfume reminds me of this person. Uh-oh. Balloon artist and her master's senior disciple. She has 12 years of performance under her belt. She talking about perfume? I think she was.
Simon! Giro Tonaito. Yes, she did smell very nice, didn't she?
Just a moment, Defense. You would throw suspicion on Giro now because of a scent? Your Honor, there's no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense.
My badge. Blackwell wears rose perfume for a day and doesn't hate it.
I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent.
But Giro could have been at the crime scene.
Yes, but...
You'll get to see those balloons of hers if we call her back to the witness stand.
No bribery. How vulgar. His Honor is not interested in such things.
Well, I mean, what if I am? Setting the matter of her balloons aside entirely, I do believe it's appropriate to ask Giru some questions, given the circumstances. This has nothing to do with her balloons, of course.
Thank you, Your Honor. No tit bribery in this courtroom.
Polkuka?
Yay, her 2 gigantic balloons. I mean, all of her balloons. Sorry. Anyway, I don't even remember what I voiced her as. I think it was just dainty as hell.
Thank you for calling this disciple of Tonaito School of Rakugo back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Giro Tonaito. 1, 2, balloon.
Oh, jeez. I think I made a joke about de-inflating the ones on your chest, but okay, I guess I'll do it again.
What wonderful balloon artistry.
Stop staring at her chest, Your Honor. Your Honor, please.
Now then, what would you like me to make for you this time?
Balloon artistry. Actually, I called you back for more testimony.
But I'm all talked out. This case has left me completely deflated.
You don't look deflated. I mean...
What? You didn't find that funny? Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon?
It seems the person who murdered Master Tonaito was wearing perfume.
And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume.
Wait, You mean I'm a suspect now?
Giro, you knew about Owen, right?
Well, yes. I often played with him at Shisho's request.
So that means you could have left that fake dying message, right?
What? Just because I wear perfume and know Owen, you think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you?
The witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child, it is outrageous of the defense to accuse this woman.
Not only that, but she also looks like a clown. I feel like that's something you wouldn't forget.
That's right. You don't even have any proof.
You may step down from the stand, Giro. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime.
Wait just 1 minute! I may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still...
Enough. Please feel free to leave, Giro.
But I'm so close! There must be something I can do.
Well, if the prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Oh! Blackwell, you have an idea?
Oi, Giro. You're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing leaving halfway through?
Oh! Don't pop the balloons! Oh no! There's a bandage on Giro's forehead! And since we know that Master Tonaido's killer has a cut on their face somewhere...
Impossible.
How did you know, Simon?
I didn't. But I had to take a chance and see for myself.
Okay, so you could have been held in contempt of court there. Woo!
Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation.
Your Honor, Prosecutor Sadmadhi. The scent of perfume, an injury on the forehead. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Giro.
Miss Sykes, does this mean you are formally indicting this witness for the murder of Taifu Tonaido?
Oh. Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full.
Simon, what price is he talking about? Nah, probably another level of hell.
I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sad Monk is saying he'll see to it you never stand in this court of law again.
How?
I must say, though, he knows how to make a trial interesting.
Just whose side are you on, Simon?
Go on, then. Into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice anyway. Well, Miss Sykes, I'm waiting.
With regards to the witness, Giro Tonaido, the defense wishes to... put down a safety net and also indict her. There's no reason for me to hold back, not if I really believe in my client. The defense wishes to formally indict Giro Tonaido for the murder of Taifu Tonaido.
I have tried to be merciful, but now not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of hell.
Of course. Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It was Giro Tonaido.
That bandage is just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday. That's all.
What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead?
Well, what can I say? That's what happened.
You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 p.m., do you, Giro?
But I really didn't know anything was wrong until Shisho was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twist,
Blabloom.
and bloom. There you have it, an adorable little kitty. How could you suspect a cutesy balloon artist like me?
Stop. Giro, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art?
Don't you think I know that? You didn't have to come out and say it. I'm the daughter of a great Rakugo artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller too, just like my late daddy. But Shiso told me to do balloon art instead.
Is that resentment I feel in your veins? I guess the victims thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either.
So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me?
Please stop trying. Okay, stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut of your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits.
You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you?
Blackwell just fucking smites Giro.
No wooing, you fool.
Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you, with twisty twist twist.
A sword!
I'ma cut you, witch! Go ahead and make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon and, mine that goes pop. Got it?
She's got them proper crazy eyes of the guilty party.
Oh my! Is this yet another hidden personality?
No. Simon, is everybody in Tonaido school like this?
How should I know? You deal with the crazies. You realize that I have at least like 10 regular... I have 10 regular times in court where it's just like a parking ticket or something like that. You're the one that brings out the crazy people, okay? It's not me.
Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shiso and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shiso left, so I just left.
Wait, okay, I saw the note Shiso left, so I just left. Makes sense.
Didn't want to disturb him, you know. The perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited.
Give her a pirate accent now. Nah. So Giro's saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away?
Don't take her at her word.
Come on, you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened.
Now then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
And also, I feel like if she were a pirate, she would definitely have a pirate's hat. Anyway,
I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act.
Oh, geez, your phone's dead and you have no charge. Need to contact parents. Been there. Courtesy call after your performance, huh? Come to think of it, Uendo mentioned making the same kind of visit.
Yeah, a visit to your master before and after your routine.
Boy, you really are a pirate, aren't you?
That's just common courtesy with us Rakugo artists and entertainers.
So that means you paid the victim a courtesy call before your performance too, right? What did you see after that at that time, Mayor?
He was having a drink and getting himself into a festive mood. He liked to say that drinking gave him a silver tongue.
So he was already drinking by then.
Wanda wasn't in there in the dressing room yet at the time. He must have gone in there during my act, because when I went back... Shiso and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm.
Could you describe how they appeared?
They were both stretched out on the floor, snoozing away.
So sitting the victim up and over the table must have been the culprit's doing. After all, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? Plus, that matches up with what Owen said in his testimony. But if he was asleep, how could you tell it was Owen? How did you know it wasn't Uendo?
I've known the guy for ages. One look at his face, and I know which one I'm dealing with.
I see.
I saw the note Shiso left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know?
Where did you find your master's note?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Of course. Did you notice anything else unusual or out of place in the room?
Well, there was the sake and a half-eaten manju on the table. But I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in the room, though.
Oh, is that a fact?
Of course it is. What do you think?
Funny stuff is up for close time. Find the snazziest of clothes.
And you didn't change anything around while you were in there?
I didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling ya. I didn't see anything funny near Shiso, and I didn't touch anything in the room.
Your baldness, I request that statement be added to Giru's testimony.
Simon! What's a statement like that gonna do for us?
Just play along and you'll see soon enough. I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes?
Yeah, I have no problem with it either, Your Honor. What is Simon thinking? He's got a fourth dimensional brain, just listen to him.
I didn't see anything funny near Shiso, and I didn't touch anything in the room.
So I just want to confirm. You didn't see anything at all unusual or out of place anywhere around the victim.
I already told ya, nothing.
And you didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room.
How many times I gotta say it? No, I didn't touch anything.
Wait, but then, is she saying she didn't see what Uendo immediately saw when he checked the victim's body? Does that mean it wasn't there yet at the time?
No, hold on. I guess there was something.
What is it?
The soba making equipment was already there in the room. That means Bucky must have been there in the dressing room before me, doing something.
Thanks for the non-help. Well, a new statement has been added, but she's still sticking to her guns.
She said she didn't see anything unusual in the dressing room. But that strikes me as a little strange on its own.
Really? Why?
If Master Tonido really is the one who left that, you'd think Giru would have noticed it. And if Master Tonido wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask, who did? You know what I'm getting at? Don't you, Athena?
I think so. I really appreciate Simon's help, but I've got to come up with an answer myself this time. I'm a little bit, messed up here. So the statement that was added was, oh, the perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited. I didn't check this out earlier. So let's check it out. So you admit that the scent Owen smelled when he witnessed the crime was from your perfume?
Yeah, sure, why not? All it proves is that I was in the dressing room anyway. Okay, it don't do a thing to prove I killed Shiso.
That may be true, but
Bucky's the one who bumped off Shiso.
Didn't see anything funny near Shiso, and I didn't touch anything in the room. Again, safety net. Not that it matters much. The checkpoints in this game are amazing. You didn't see anything funny near Shiso, and you didn't touch anything in the room. Okay. So, when was this posted, is what I want to know. Simon's statement, the invitation. No, I don't think there will be anything with that. Master Tonido was confirmed alive at 4 p.m. Bucky entered the room at 4:10, left at 4:20. So, didn't see anything funny near Shiso, and I didn't touch anything in the room. So the first thing that immediately pops into my head is that it probably has something to do with this picture here. And, like, the time of events that happened and transpired in here. But what exactly would it have been? I don't think it would have been the message. Again, so in theory, all of this would, it just would have been them both on the floor. So, what would have been, like, off? When was the TV moved? I'm trying to remember when the TV was moved. Hold on. The victim was making soba noodles from scratch, room covered in soba flour. There are 2 drink cans in the fridge. The TV can be used to mount it to the stage. Maybe not. Maybe nothing to do with the TV. But still, I get the suspicion that the crime scene photo has something to do with it. Yep. Okay. Giro, you said that you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room.
That's right. What about it?
Then I wonder who left that dying message with the Karuta cards.
What are you going on about? It had to have been that Bucky.
Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Uendo's personalities. Uendo, your master, and you! How about that?
If Bucky had left that Karuta message, he wouldn't have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Uendo.
What it boils down to is this. As a member of the Tonaido school, you, Giru Tonaido, are the only one who could have left that dying message. And as a person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tonaido's killer.
Yeah, will you ever quit your yapping?
You are like wretches clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth.
Would you quit butting in wherever things start to go my way?
No, that's my job. Silence, child. Playtime is over.
What did you just say?
As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There were other reasons that there was another reason that compelled Giru to leave at once. Giru, would you please relate said reason to the court?
There was a reason why Giru had to leave that dressing room?
Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, because here it comes.
Burn mark! Your hand is all swollen red. What happened, Giru?
If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
Oh. What?
Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoid Tonaido making soba noodles in the dressing room, Giru is lucky to still be alive considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air.
Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction. But I touched Shiso and as he was being carried away, and look what that did to my poor hands. There must have been soba broth on his clothes or something. If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd had a seizure, and it'd have been good night, Giru. I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long.
A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air, and certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either.
This isn't good.
You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy.
As if I would do anything so underhanded. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of the witness.
Scumbag.
I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah?
Oh yeah, by all means. Say something else foolish. Boing boing.
If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could literally kill me. Look at my hand! Just touching Shiso's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room.
I mean, you normally wear gloves. So... And also, those are very clearly rubber gloves. I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon?
Doesn't look like I knew. Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot. What a dirty trick.
Now what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sad Monk to shame with your cross-examination.
Right. No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. All right, we'll see. Could we potentially prove that she was wearing gloves at the time? And how would I do that?
If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction.
You're not lying about the soba allergy of yours, right?
Of course not. I swear on on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can either get you a doctor's certificate if you...
I can even get you a doctor's certificate if you want. She seems to be telling the truth.
I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember, but I never dreamt in a million years it'd clear me of murder.
And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flower to boot.
Well said, Your Honor. Great! And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me.
I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flour scattered around the dressing room. But you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right?
Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out.
I mean, the soba making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. But you still could have committed this crime if you held your breath while doing it.
Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Jeez, get a grip, will ya?
Funny how she doesn't have a latex allergy. That would completely destroy her career in like one smooth shot.
Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage.
Maybe there's a twist here, like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba?
You're kidding. Bring my little Jujimu in here. I'll hug him and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling ya, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy.
Defense, the witness...
Okay, wait, sorry. Wrong voice.
The witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless.
You heard the man, lawyer girl.
All right, fine. I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though.
I probably got this allergic reaction on my hand here because I touched Shisho. There must have been soba broth on his clothes.
Somehow I doubt that. I have a question about that, actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth, too?
Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so duh. Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What an amateur.
I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor, you?
Look, anything that has soba in it or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room.
So I just want to cover all my bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room?
That is out of the question. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now.
Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around suggesting new premises without basis.
Unfortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder.
Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Oh, shoot. I had nothing to actually push there.
Giro could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made.
Shadow says, I want bubble tea, but I think you have an issue with the actual, bubble part. Ah, it sucks.
Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin.
What would Mr. Wright do in a time like this? Oh, Geets, there's only one thing to do.
What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you?
Nope. I'm just crazy. It's just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
I see. You have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left for you to do is smile.
Oh. That's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. Do we?
Turn your thinking around, Athena.
Don't try to figure out how Giru, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Giru could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead. Again, she works with a lot of rubber, so... Let me rest. Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh, like my soba. And you don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the three freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles.
He's blacked out.
It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb.
Yes, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think she was napping?
If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
Wait.
Mon Dieu!
What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Giru could have committed this crime.
No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts.
Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling.
True, I can't overturn facts. But what if we got our facts about the piece of evidence, a piece of evidence rather, wrong?
Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now?
And which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out in court. What are you doing, Miss Sykes?
Give me a moment. This evidence proves that Giru could have killed her master, even with her soba allergy. Well, the first thing I immediately think is, what if he's allergic? Come to think of it, let me look at this, actually. Master Tornado was confirmed alive on 4 p.m. Bucky Wet entered the room on 4:10, left at 4:20. Well, clearly, this isn't the case. Resting wasn't happening there. Let me present this. It's Master Tornado's note!
The note?
Preposterous. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note?
The answer lies in the true meaning of this note.
Its true meaning?
This note does not mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we had assumed. But rather, it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb it.
Oh, wait a minute, Athena. That doesn't make any sense.
You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many a time, you don't let soba dough rest.
What's all this jibber jabber got to do with anything?
This is it, the home stretch. This note and Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was... He was making udon, wasn't he? The victim, Taifu Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead!
Balgoka!
That layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour from udon. So actually, it was totally possible for Giru to be in that room and kill her master.
Ow!
Eye is clown.
What? But if that's true, it changes everything!
Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately.
But soba noodles were found in the bowl and Giru did have a reaction on her hands. How do you explain those things?
Ah, Shadow has your food. Is it udon noodles? Well...
Even were it udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Giru committed the crime.
But...
Don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward or you'll feel my blade at your back.
Excuse me. Please don't kill me. Enough with the threats already. I got it. Talk about pressure. All right, Athena. Take a deep breath and go over everything again. Think. I'm going to revisualize the case from start to finish. I have to find conclusive evidence that Giru committed this murder. What was Master Tornado making in his dressing room? Well, clearly it was udon. It's ramen. Nobody has said anything about ramen so far. Fried ravioli. Ooh. By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room, but something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl on the table? It was clearly soba. Is this making anybody hungry? I hope so. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene, so that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute. One mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds familiar. Where did the soba in the bowl on the table come from? Catering service, master soba stock. I wonder if Giru made it. No? Okay, never mind. No. Giru is allergic to buckwheat. Just touching it makes her hands swell and turn red. She couldn't have made that soba noodles. So in that case... I'm trying to remember if, like, a catering service was used at any portion of time. You think it was in the fridge? Hey! The soba noodles found at the scene were from the master's stock of uncooked noodles. But then, why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? Why did the culprit cook the soba noodles and put them in the bowl? She likes soba. To hide the udon. Soba was found at the scene, so that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. But why did the culprit take the udon away and hide it? It must have been because she killed him with the udon. Has a grudge against udon. Killed him with the soba dough. He's dead by udon dough. The murder weapon was udon dough. That's it. The udon was the real weapon used to kill Taifu Tornado. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Giru got rid of the dough somehow. The murder weapon was udon dough is the best revisualization and frame ever. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Giru's guilt. Everyone makes fun of this case, but honestly, killing someone with dough is really creative. It's freaking hilarious is what it is. Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think that we could prove she is the one? Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Sadmathi. If the injury on Giru's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Giru's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree?
Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is.
Oh, God! I have 2 lives! Well, if I can't find the answer in this evidence I have on hand, we'll lose the trial. So how did Giru get rid of the Udon? Think, Athena. What do I have that points to suspicious behavior on Giru's part?
Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden?
Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up.
Stop handing me hints. I already know where it is now. Stop distracting me, especially not right now. This piece of evidence can point us to the location of the hidden murder weapon. Diagram of backstage area showing the location of the stage, dressing room, and the yard. This piece of evidence can point us to where the udon dough is hidden.
What do you think, Giru? This piece of evidence does not seem to point us towards anything in my eye.
What are you talking about?
You reckon?
But it's not a given, right?
Oh, I recall learning the phrase for this once. Wreck given. And with this here defense, you reckon that's a given? That this don't point us to nothing.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait a minute. In my eye was the typo, or... Wait. Lot of heart reference? Wait a minute, what? Sorry, that's a save. And with this here defense, yeah, I reckon that's a given. Ah, interesting. I miss Lotta. Please stop slaughtering the English language, Your Honor. Wreck given was Lotta Hart's thing. The piece of evidence. Okay, I was gonna point it out. Oh, thanks. Shit. Okay, fine. Apparently it was something else. The window discovered the victim's body upon entering the room. Before Bucky came to the theater, Gira was outside feeding her dog. Giru!
Huh? What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder.
Shut up. Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat. Giru got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tonido in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog. Well, then we're not going to get our answer.
No, I just...
Of course, now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Giru would, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jujmu more than he could possibly finish.
Your Honor, please order an investigation on the yard right now.
And what should the police at the theater be looking for exactly?
Jujmu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Oh, convenient. It was leftover. Dumplings that Giru made out of the udon dough with her blood in it.
This is preposterous.
I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. And thanks for the dog joke.
What are you blathering on about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena.
You got it. Giru, do you remember what you said? Wait, what you said would happen when the truth finally is revealed?
When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that gets popped. Pop! Got it.
Well, now the truth's out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. I hope she doesn't strangle on that. Oh no! Goodbye, Sadmati.
Pokukan!
I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. But then she's so... Go!
Oh dear.
Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl.
Oh no. What's... I knew it! I freaking knew it!
Oh,
Are you ready to tell us everything now, Giru?
the whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow in my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name.
His stage name? You don't mean...
Wendo Tonaido.
I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday.
But Master Tonaido gave that name to his junior disciple.
Yeah. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name Secession.
So that was your entire motive?
I doubt anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living.
Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show?
Because I wanted to pay Wendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tonaido fans were gathered.
But then Uendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Wet. And now we know the whole story.
There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tonaido was making udon in his dressing room yesterday?
No, I didn't. When I saw that soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy, but it was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it.
So it was a premeditated crime, but in the end you only went through with it on impulse. Then, the allergic reaction on your hand? Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands? When you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death?
Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy.
Garo, how could you do all this, you idiot?
Oh, come on. Don't call anybody an idiot. I mean, she's a murdering asshole, but she's definitely not an idiot. Giru, I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. Oh, piss off.
His heart?
Do you have anything to add, Prosecutor Samadhi? Any objections?
No, Your Honor. Miss Athena Sykes.
Yeah, you're wrong again, asshole, and you've been putting us all through hell. Yes? That's the first time he's used my name.
I shall be sure to remember your name.
That's good. Really?
Seems he finally recognizes you as a proper adversary.
Thanks. That's all I ask, Prosecutor Sadmati. Stuck up his own damn ass.
It looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant.
I'm actually not really drunk right now.
Ah, good. Seems you've made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Bucky Wet, not guilty! Ah, good thing we don't live in a fancy, prancy neighborhood that only uses flowers and butterflies instead of confetti. Beautifully manufactured confetti. Welcome to America. This court is adjourned.
May 13th, 11:55 a.m., District Court. Defendant lobby. Come on. Number 6.
Congratulations, Bucky. I'm so glad you were found innocent.
Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee.
But it still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Window have it out for you or something?
I don't think so.
Window said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea he got when he saw the soba-themed cards.
Simon, where have you been?
I stopped in at Window's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim.
Oh, no way. I almost got convicted out of convenience.
Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. On a more important note, what I really want to know is, why didn't Master Tonido let Giru inherit her father's name?
What do you mean? On a more important note, Miss Chickadee.
Oh, don't be such a wet blanket. God damn it. Just go with the flow. Now, come on. You think the Master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? I don't know, but I'm going to save just to, because I kind of want to know, firsthand here.
No, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Giru to find her own calling in life, to perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor.
So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon?
A more roundabout way I've never seen, but that's Master Tonido for you.
So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding. How sad.
By the way, Giru wasn't the only person Master Tonido was trying to cheer on, even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions.
What? You talking about me? Come on, no way. All that old man ever did was criticize my soba.
That's not true, Bucky. There must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tonido cared about him. Badge! No. Well... Oh, the wet soba deed. Hold on a second. Oh, maybe it was the wet soba deed. Take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of the title deed?
It's still in my name.
Master Tonido was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's stead.
He probably used some tough love on you so the shop wouldn't just go belly up.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, his hair looks like noodles. That's adorable.
I see. I never knew. Oh, Master Tonido, I'm so sorry.
Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations.
Ew. That is disgusting looking. Also, you don't use any hair products. That scares me.
Thanks, Slimy. And you too, Miss Chickadee. One day my soba's gonna be so good it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of Wet Soba. Wet Noodle number 4. Well, I better be getting back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush.
Hold on. Could I place an order for delivery, Bucky?
Yes, Miss Chickadee. Yeah.
Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Giru on behalf of her master? Oh, bah. I don't know, that just feels like an insult at that point.
You got it. I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tonido would have packed in it, too.
Thank you.
Well, see ya. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime.
I will, and I'll bring the whole agency with me. Also, stop drinking on the day job.
Do us all proud, Bucky.
I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out.
Woo! It's nice to see someone giving it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case.
Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side.
You don't know that.
For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively.
Or you could just teach me your famous mind trick, Simon.
No.
Way to shut someone down. And why not?
Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever.
Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the whole wool pulled over your eyes by Uendo?
Must you remind me? How could I have known Umendo would do time sober?
Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny.
Oh, goody. Can't wait.
Okay, here it is. In time soba, why didn't Mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon?
How should I know?
Because 7, 8... Thank you, I'll be here all week.
No, please, for the love of God, go home.
Rod full.
That I should have known. Come on, let's go get sober or something and go home.
Your treat?
I'll treat you 50% of the tab, and don't forget, you still owe me for that manju.
Really, Simon? It wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know?
Quit squawking and start walking.
Hey, wait for me! Ah, that was a refreshing, a very refreshing court hearing. Like, you don't see too many of them that are just simple and straight and to the point. Am I going to start the next case? Probably not, since we're getting close to the end here. I may still have a ways to go as a lawyer, but just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law. I can do this! Sorry, I only know some dialects. Yeah, it really felt like that was, that felt like a really short case, but it was a nice and sweet one. New episode has been added, episode 5, and this is Turnabout Revolution. If there's a cutscene coming up, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, hold on a second. All right, let's take a look at the cutscene and get a little teaser for what's happening in episode 5. Ah! This is an odd television show. Oh no! Who is going to help the poor spirit medium? Oh, of course, the Plume Punisher. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What? Who broke the TV?
Good people of Kurain, we can't allow things to go on like this. The Defense Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions. The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb.
What?
To the Garenian regime. Make no mistake about it. I will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest until his revolution is complete.
Oh dear. Why are we starting here? Oh, okay. I figured we'd be going back to Kurain. Never mind. Guess we're starting at the Wright Anything Agency. Noted. Yep, Dirk's voice is this one. So, Dirk! That is freaking weird. Yeah, let's just... Basically, it's a terrorist group busting into, like, the radio, yeah. Jesus Christ. What is with English today? I don't get it. Okay, smokily. I think that will just about do it for pretty much everything that I needed to do tonight. Next time, we're going to be diving in, I guess, to the Wright Anything Agency. And we're going to be teaming up with Apollo? Is this where the stories finally converge? That would be interesting, to finally have everybody get together. It's just like, Apollo, I need you to come down to this hellhole of a, this hellhole of a country. They're going to kill me. This is an international incident. All right, whatever. I think we're going to call it for tonight. So, again, thanks everybody for popping out to the stream and watching stuff, making jokes in the chat. or just in general watching the horror. If you want to take a look at this after it's done, I'm going to be uploading it at some point, sometime after the stream is finished. I don't know. There's a little bit of a tiny little backlog, and hopefully it won't become a large backlog. But I've been busy with a whole lot of independent projects that you will definitely see once they finally catch up and I can do right here. Anyway, I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. All of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Someone just delivered you a deep-fried Oreo. Oh, man. Again, I'm on a diet, so you say that, and my stomach just immediately caves in on itself like, no. So, tomorrow, I have no idea what I want to do. I have a lot of options. So I could either do, I could do Slime Rancher, or I have a couple of other games that I'm trying to line up to do. I don't know. Still trying to work on a system where I don't have to, get up and move over to the chair over there in the entertainment center to play Switch games. Oh, you don't normally like deep-fried sweets, but this is all right. You know one thing that I've really been jonesing for? A dessert pizza. It's weird. You've seen dessert pizzas before. There's an Oreo dessert pizza. There's dessert pizzas where it's just cinnamon crusts and it's got M&Ms on it. I've seen those things in buffets. I don't know. I think I should stop thinking about sugary things and eat healthy and proper. Okay. Yeah, again, I'll make a decision about what I'm going to be playing tomorrow. Yes, dessert pizza. It's good stuff, but good lord, it packs a lot of sugar into your system. All right, again, I'm off. Thanks for coming out. See you next time.